Hello, everybody. Welcome to Vendor Vision Podcast. I'm your host, Britt AKA 150, and I'm pumped to give you a front row seat into the experiences, challenges, and triumphs that shape our local community with vendors and various business owners in the industry all around the valley. I'll keep you in the loop about future events, so you'll never miss out on anything happening right here in Phoenix, Arizona. I'd like to introduce our guest today. Her name is Annalisa. She is a franchise owner for the past 5 years of Liberty Taxes. And she's also, a woman-owned business, and she's been doing her own thing since 2007. So I just want to say welcome, and also thank you for sponsoring the Live Ride podcast and being a part of my new show.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a real pleasure being here today. And yes, Live Ride podcast. I want to give to the community as much as I can get back, and so that's when I first jumped on with them. I thought, wow, this is something great. So kudos to them, and I'm still gonna, as long as I'm in business, I'm gonna continue to sponsor them. And so I know they're always giving me shout outs and everything, so I really appreciate them.
Awesome.
And also thank you for having me. I really appreciate that too. Like I'm all about woman empowerment as well, so kudos to you.
Well, thank you. You're actually literally our first message. So after we announced it, then literally you're in our DM, bam. I was like, well, heck yeah. And then since you were available for our second show, I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, it worked out perfectly because I'm right in the smack middle of tax season.
Yeah,
so
right.
It worked out perfect.
I know. I'm glad you had time for us because my dad's an accountant, so I definitely know what it takes to be one. And
I saw a client walk in right around the time that I was leaving to close early, and I was like, oh no. But
that always happens.
Luckily, it was just something that I was able to handle fairly quickly, and I said, gave them the information they needed, and so I made it.
Awesome. See, that's what you call a boss. Just saying. It takes a lot to be able to, juggle a lot of things and be able to, obviously take care of customers.
I've been trying to go back on Live Ride, but it's crazy right now. It's crazy season. So, but I'm going to make it. I'll make it one of those Wednesdays.
I'm sure they'll be happy to have you again. Of course. We just love to support local businesses. I think it's really important to give back to the community and, give, whether they're franchise owners or a little mom and pop shop or, just the person making crafts. We just want to share love to everybody because they all deserve it.
Ever since I started my own business, I really learned how to respect other businesses, that mom and pop shops. I learned how to not be trying to get a deal or or the homie hookup.
Every time we all of a sudden.
And even when I'm out of the country, when I'm visiting Mexico, I deal with a lot of small businesses too, a lot of little vendors, and stuff like that. And I never, maybe they pull one off me here and there, sell it way, like 100% markup price or something. But still, it's I know that they got to eat too.
Right.
And so I respect their prices. And so it's respect my prices. I respect your prices. And I know that if I give good energy and if I'm, and I'll reap what I sow.
Right.
So that's 100%. Why I'm never hey, how, can you give it to me cheaper or something like that?
Yeah. So I mentioned that in my last podcast because as a vendor, I noticed that when I would set up with my industry where I had glass products and whatnot, everybody's always trying to haggle. But now that I'm in the food industry, no one questions our prices and actually they tell us to raise our prices, which I'm like, where were you guys when I was selling things?
I'm not going to mention no name brands, but I know you're out there buying name brands and you can't get it, ask them for deals.
Exactly.
So it's why should we give you guys deal too? Because you guys are not only paying for the service that we provide or the products that we give, but all our time and energy that we put into it, all the just what we have to invest. Especially right now with this kind of recession that's going on, they have to realize that we also have to pay rent,
right?
We also have to pay our space. We got mortgages to pay, families to get through college. And so, when they support me, I want to give shout outs to all of those individuals that are my friends on Facebook, just in general, my friends and family who are tagging me on pages where people need their taxes done, sharing my posts, even today, with this post, with being on your show today, everyone who's out there sharing the content, I really appreciate you guys. Everyone who started following your page too, your vision, I appreciate them too. So please like, share my business, her show.
Heck yeah. And everybody.
Tell them what your show is.
Okay. Well, yeah, I just wanted something. I came with this idea with one of the production managers and owners and talk show host guys, if you want to call them that.
Now I put her on the spot.
I know it. I hate talking about myself or anything awkward. So I like asking other people questions. I can do that all day. But like we were just, brainstorming about wanting to just have a new show for their production company. And I just know there's a lot I can share with other vendors in general, just in the short years I've been around. And then what my business partner taught me, and he had been in the industry, I think right around the same time that you started. And just like the wisdom you guys have and all the trials and tribulations you guys have gone through and your wisdom and whatnot, and how you can learn pretty quick about what works.
We have those things in common. It all starts with the vision. I was a tax student. I was facing being alone. My husband at that time, my husband at that time, he was going to go to prison, and I was going to end up being alone. And I was a mother of 3 kids. And so I said, what am I going to do?
Right. You got to do something.
Right. And so one day I was rolling by and I saw a sign at a Liberty tax office, and it said free tax school. And I said, you know what? This is literally around the corner from my house, right? And I can walk if I don't have a car. I can ride my bike. And actually, there was times that I did ride my bike to tax school. And it was like maybe about 20 of us that started the school. And out of all of us, I think only 3 or 4 of us finished.
That's crazy.
So it was
job.
Yeah, it was a 10-week course. Not only was I dealing with being a single mom, I was dealing with my husband going to prison. I was dealing with getting my kids to school, everything. And it turned out that Liberty Tax was at that time best for my needs because they were able to work with my schedule. I was able to get all the hours that I needed to make that money to provide for my family. And look at me now.
Heck yeah.
2007. Now I actually own one.
That is amazing.
And it's like, I would have never thought, from just looking at that little sign of free tax school. And that's one of our big marketing techniques is free tax school, because we find some good people through offering that free tax course.
Awesome. Well, I am so proud of you. Like, I just met you today, but I am so proud. And like, that just goes to show you, like, one, like how resilient a person can be, let alone a woman who, like, you could use an excuse like, oh, I have kids, I can't do this, I can't do that because of my kids. Well, you also can do that because of your kids. And like, I don't have kids of my own, but like, I treat everybody's kids that are around me like my own. And I know that I, like, just not being their mother, I'm like, I would die for this child. So I can only imagine being a mom, especially when you're 3.
It takes a village,
right.
And not only that, but it takes women like us to help each other reach our visions. Like, if it weren't for me, you wouldn't be here.
I would have a second host.
Exactly. And so hopefully you continue also to get these business owners that have vision and that can come out and tell their story like I'm telling mine today. I would have never imagined that. And another thing that Liberty was able to offer me is just that flexibility of being able, I would go in after I dropped off my kids. Sometimes I didn't have someone to pick them up or babysit or something. And I would, if I'd go pick them up and I didn't have a babysitter, they allowed me to have my kids there.
Wow.
So it's hard to find businesses that were able to provide that, it's like a benefit.
Right, definitely,
Right.
100%.
Like a lot of places in the corporate world, they have benefits, but it's rare that you have that type of benefit.
Definitely not. Yeah, they'll give you some PTO for, taking the kids or, their kids are sick or whatever. But I feel like that would make parents feel guilty when they do that. It's like, that's what it's for. Like, I have children. What do you expect me to do? Have them be by themselves and like get called, CPS get calling me? Like, I don't think so.
I can say this, that when tax season rolled around, my kids rolled their eyes because they knew that, oh man, it's tax season. We ain't going to hardly see mom, but I would explain to them, you may not see me a lot, but it's because I'm working. It's, it's for our future. It's helping me pave our way to success.
Right.
And so now they see, now that they're older, now they help me with the business.
Awesome.
And they're learning the business. But I'm not pressuring them because I want them to find their own passion.
That's really
and their
important.
own vision.
Right.
If they have that entrepreneurship within them, great. They're going to have a mom who can provide those stepping stones to assist them. Because at my business, I do offer, other than taxes, I offer business startup because it ties into taxes.
For sure.
A new business owner does not know where to start.
Right.
They don't know what kind of tax structure they are going to consider when they open their business. And most business owners, and I would say maybe 7 out of 10 business owners start or initiate the business without having no tax structure. And that's okay, because I welcome those type of people too. Right. And my goal is to educate people, especially my community.
Yeah.
Because if I'm able to educate them, then I know that they're going to be set up for success.
Definitely.
And that's definitely, I'm not out there just trying to make a quick buck. I actually decline service sometimes.
Really?
Because if it's going to be someone that I know is going to haggle me or is going to like kind of interrupt the peace of my business, it's not about making a quick buck. It's more for me making a long life lasting relationship with my clients.
Right.
And that's what I have with most of my clients right now.
That's
is
awesome.
Here and there I may lose some because they either move out of the state. And I'm grateful for even the ones that have moved out. They still reach out to me.
Heck yeah.
From the pandemic moving forward, I was able to add some restructuring to the business. We started offering remote services, just like, schools and other businesses started working from home. And schools were doing online. They were able to, submit homework through pictures and all. So that's what happened at my tax office too. So clients who did move away, they were able to stay with me because of the new technology.
Right, yeah.
So sometimes it benefits us, and sometimes the technology kind of, it kind of sets us back a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's a give and take relationship. I think with all business owners, we have to learn how to juggle those, give and takes.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah. And at least with your services and whatnot, no matter what, if they leave you or not, like everybody has to do taxes, like it's mandatory. So, they will always take that wisdom that you taught them, or the other, how you help them with their business to succeed and continue on in a different state. That will always be with them, and you can always
there's a saying, there's always death in taxes.
Yep, 100%.
And so I didn't think about getting the mortuary business. So here I am helping people with their taxes. And I really love it. I enjoy it. I never, every day I go in with a positive attitude, and I'm just happy to help customers. Even those customers that come in and, like I said, that they like to haggle and, this and that. I mean, I rather have a client come in, or anybody, if like they want to do their taxes online and they can't afford to do them with me, I'm willing to help them. If you're willing to maybe negotiate a small consulting fee, or just don't come in and try to pull a fast one on me. Just be straight up and honest. Hey, you know what? I'm trying to figure out I got this far. Can you help me? Like, can you, and I would.
Right.
Just don't come in and try to trick me.
Yeah, because you're not stupid, and that's like, that makes me angry.
That's
People try to make me like I'm stupid. Exactly.
That's offensive. And so, like, there's boundaries that people shouldn't cross.
Yup.
And as a business owner, there's some boundaries that you have to just maintain, and you can't allow, even with you can't allow certain things cross your boundaries. And so I think all business owners, we all should have our boundaries, and we should all respect business owners' boundaries.
100,000%. I cannot agree with you more, especially at this time in my life right now. The things I got going on, I'm like, what the heck? Like, do you not understand what it takes to be a business owner? Well, you don't, because you don't have one. That's why we're here in this situation. But like, if people don't even got like a taste of what it's like to actually be a successful business owner, because you can be an entrepreneur all day, but if you're not doing nothing but playing video games, you're not an entrepreneur. Sorry. So if they realize how much time and effort and like blood, sweat, and tears we put into our businesses, whether it's, a podcast or, a food truck or, franchise owner, like it takes a lot of like late nights and research, because you don't have anybody else to fall back on, especially with your situation other than you. You could not fail. You have your kids to think about, you had yourself to think about. So that's what people have to understand who aren't business owners or who want to be business owners, is that it's not for the weak. I think that's like going to be my new catchphrase. It's you're allowed to fail and like get back up and try, because no one's perfect. And, I don't think anybody expected the pandemic to happen. So,
Right.
that was really going to affect a lot of people, regardless, if they knew what they were doing or not, or successful or not. Like, it changed a lot of people's lives. And sometimes it's for the better, like your online services and whatnot.
The other day I was going, I wrote this down, and I'm going to say it real quick. It really, I think for me, myself, it really made me think about that. It really hit me. And I said, I don't surrender, and I don't retreat. You fall down and you get back up.
100%. Yep.
And you keep going forward. Because if you allow yourself, because a lot of the times we're our own enemy. When it comes to this, we're fearful, and if we allow that fear to take control of us, we're never going to get to the vision. We're never going to get to that point of where we are in our minds of the vision that we have. So like, I want to just tell you guys a little bit more about myself. Like, I come from, my father was an immigrant from Mexico. My mom was she's an American, a native, part Native American, and my parents met here in Arizona, but both uneducated. Both uneducated. Neither one graduated high school. And I wanted to, at least with me, start changing these generational curses that some families have. Like, we can never control who our family is,
Right.
who our parents are, what our ethnic background is, what our race is. That's already set in stone. We cannot do anything about that. But what we could do is we can move forward from that. And I know if my dad were alive, he'd be real proud of me today, because he was one of my biggest fans. And my mom, she has built me up into this woman that I am so proud to be.
You make me cry. Don't make me cry. Where's my makeup?
I always tell her, I'm like, Mom, I was like, because of you, I'm who I am.
That's so sweet. I bet you like that she loves that.
Yeah. So I was supposed to take her to the casino yesterday. She's probably a little upset with me right now, but
we made up for it right there saying that.
And unfortunately, my parents, divorced, and they had their issues, but I love both my parents, and from that, children from divorced families have a 50% not making it through high school. Okay. Not only that, my mom became a single mom too, but my dad was involved, but still, children from single parent homes also have a 50% chance of not making it through high school. And so then not only that, but I'm a minority and a woman.
Female, yep.
Exactly.
You got everything working against you.
So I had all these odds against me. And I still graduated high school.
yeah.
And I still, as tough as it was, I still got my business degree. You know, it's hard, but you do it and you keep moving, and you change those cycles of curses that your family may have, and they might so don't ever quit. Don't ever say, you know, that you can't do it, or that, you know, because when you stop hoping and you stop believing in yourself, you know, it's hard to get out of there. And I'm just grateful that that's never, and nothing of this is all possible without, you know, everyone has a higher power, you know. So something that got me through was my faith in God, and I stuck it through, and I still there every Wednesday. I take time off from work. I say, you know what? I'm not going to get richer or poorer if I take the morning off one day of the week.
Heck yeah.
So I don't work on Wednesday mornings. I don't open up my office till 1, because that's when I kick it with my Bible homegirls.
That is awesome.
I call them the Grace Gang. I'm the youngest one in the group, okay? And it's nothing but ladies, but they are the ones that inspire me. And that, you know, it's in the middle of the week. It's hump day. And by that time, you're kind of slow, and you're like,
I just ready it.
can I get through this? But I go there and I get pumped up that, you know, we get pumped up for the rest of the week.
Heck,
you know,
that
so
is amazing.
Yeah, and I love my Bible study group. We're nothing but a bunch of ladies, and I kind of get a little sad because I'm the youngest woman there, and I wish there was more younger women there so they can learn from these older, wiser women. Because those are my friends.
Right,
you know, you have to be careful who you surround yourself with, because toxic people can corrupt your character. You know, and so that's why I try to keep my circle small. And it seems like your clients become your friends, and they support you more than your friends. You know,
big air quotes. Let's say that, big air quotes to friends.
Can I have the homie hookup? You know,
like, and what are you gonna give me for your homie hookup, lady or person or man? You know.
But you know, I of course I do help the community as much as I can. I'll tell you one thing. I had a client last year. He walked in and he hadn't done his taxes for a long time. And everywhere he went, the only thing that they would kept asking him was, well, you gotta pay. And unfortunately, he was in a position where he couldn't pay. You know, he couldn't pay. And so he came to me, and I says, you know what? Don't worry about that right now. Let's worry about what you need to get done. Let's get your taxes done. And I took on the challenge, and oh my goodness, he is so grateful. And that's what I'm trying to do for clients, is making lifelong committed relationships, because now I know that anyone that he hears or he sees that needs tax help, he's gonna tell them about me.
Yeah, because you saved him.
Yeah, and by the way, anyone who refers new clients to me get $50.
Dang, so
and you don't have to be a client to refer people. And so yeah, I've been doing that. I've been paying out bonuses this season. I have a few who have been referring, so they've gotten a few bonuses already. And so it's a $50 bonus. There's some little, you know, details about the bonus and stuff like that, but for the most part, it gets paid out. Of course, like for example, if they refer someone to me and I end up like maybe not charging them for whatever reason, then they won't get the bonus because I did it for free or something.
Yeah.
Because there is a certain amount of tax returns that I do for free. So for example, in the month of March, I offer free tax services to police officers. That's part of my franchise agreement. I do teachers and first responders like firefighters, maybe paramedics.
Oh, that's amazing.
So, and then I have a few seniors, you know, because Some seniors also are eligible for some free tax returns too.
Really? Get that,
Mhm.
seniors? That is so awesome. You've done so much already, just like, helping people out in general, that like no one should haggle with you at all. No one should be mean to you ever. I'm just saying. And I think that's amazing that not only do you help the community, but that you also have a strong support system of women, of all people, because you know how it is with women.
Yes.
And so I think it is really important, like you said, to have a good foundation with your drive and what you want out of life, but then also you can be as personally successful as much as possible. But if you're around the wrong people, they can take that success from you right away, and all the things you
it
worked
could
hard for.
ruin you. So you guys have to, women and men, we both have to, both sexes have to be, all sexes, shall I say, have to really think about who's around you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I firmly believe that you do end up becoming who you're around.
Mm-hmm.
And or those people who are around you, that say they're your so-called friends, and then they're really not. Perfect example, Selena.
Mm-hmm.
And
I want to watch that documentary, but also like, I hate that lady so much. Like, I don't even want to.
Everyone's waiting for her.
Right. She's not gonna make it out the like little walkway.
Yeah, everyone's waiting for her. Someone's probably like 100 miles
like
away.
Sniper, boom, done. Like you survived prison just to not walk out.
Yeah,
That happens, karma.
Yeah, you never know. So you have to be aware. Be
Definitely.
aware, because someone could mess up your dream, and
100%.
you don't want no one to mess up your dream. And I'm thankful that my parents have taught me to be aware. That's one thing, that no matter if they ended up divorced or they separated, whatever the case was, both of them were able to tell me, hey,
pay
that
attention.
trucha.
Yeah, especially because you never know. And there's like certain things where I never would have expected. Some people, like, they are your biggest supporters and they do like buy your stuff. They don't haggle. They like help you out at your vending table or whatever. And then one day, just out of the blue, like all of a sudden they switch because sometimes people have some personal issues that they're going through, and because you are so close or whatever, they know that they can take it out on you in a sense, because like you're like family, and that's what families do sometimes. But but they have to realize, like, there's certain things, like how you said with boundaries, there's certain things as a business owner that like you have to protect and that you are held accountable for. And when people try to tarnish your name, it's not just like drama in high school, it's literally tarnishing your future and anything possible that you could possibly work with. Like other people, like if that gets out to the wrong people, they won't work with you. Now they just sabotage your future, take money out of your kids' mouth, that type of stuff. And they just don't realize how big their impact is just because they're having a bad day, or just because they want what you have and they're not willing to work with it.
I'm kind of dealing with the issue like that right now. So as everyone knows and everyone is aware of, the government gave out all these stimulus checks and these stimulus refunds, and there was a group of people, in that bill, people who were in prison were eligible for these stimulus payments too. And of course, they jumped right on it. And of course, who doesn't have family members or friends who are locked up, right? Not, and they were entitled to them. So I provided a little bit of community service and I helped some folks in there. Unfortunately, a lot of them didn't get it, and some of them did. And unfortunately, those who didn't get it is because the government decided to issue that little card instead of a check or instead of a direct deposit. They issued what was called the stimulus debit card, and the cards ended up going to the prisons. And unfortunately, the prison administration sent all those debit cards back to IRS. And it was just a whole big mess.
Oh my gosh.
And so, of course, some of these, they were clients, got frustrated, and because of course they think, oh, you did me dirty. That's their mentality.
I guess.
And so one of them decided to write a letter to the Better Business Bureau.
About you?
Yeah.
Oh my, like it's your fault. Like you took it specifically and like went shopping or what?
Yeah.
Like,
and
what
I'm
the
like,
heck?
hey, and I was like, hey, when you get out, we can fix this. But like, you didn't have to go that far.
Right?
So luckily, I dotted all my I's, crossed all my T's. I got all the signatures. I did it professionally. I did it legally. You know, it was not just me punching in numbers. I was like, hey, I'm going to send you this. You have to sign this document authorizing me.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept it all professional.
Right. And that's what you
So
do.
like, it's not nothing, a huge big thing that I'm worrying about.
Mm-hmm.
But like you says, there are people that if they don't get what they want, or if they feel like, they're entitled, they might go as far as to try to tarnish your reputation. You know what I mean? And so like, it's not, I'm not losing any sleep about it. Luckily, I know, not luckily, but I'm a professional, and I know that there's a possibility for those types of actions.
sure.
So I know how to deal with them.
Yeah.
And I got it covered. And so, but like you says, there are people out there that are trying to tarnish what your vision is, and you can't let no one do that.
Not at all. Like, no matter what, like, they're not worth it, and you work too dang hard to give up
And
on
let
it.
me add to that, he got out
Uh-huh.
and I was in communication with him. He never made it a priority to come back.
Of course not.
And
All talk, dude.
And he ended up going back. So it's like,
maybe he won't mess with you next time. Maybe he won't cut the back karma.
I wrote him. I didn't even know he had went back until later on. And so when I found out, I said, hey, when you get out, we can take care of this. Like, yeah.
You're not scared?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm like, you didn't do it the first time, but I'm willing to give you a second chance. So
dang, that's what's up. I am so freaking proud and like inspired by you. It's just ridiculous. It's really,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. It's like,
I mean,
it's not every day that you meet a person like you.
You give off the same vibe. I feel proud to be here. I'm proud of you too, because we're women. We're it's sad that I'm pretty sure you see it, because I see it all the time, when women are just bringing down other women. And I don't think that that's cool.
Nope.
I think women should empower women. And when I talk about my business, I love my ethnic background. I'm Mexican. I embrace my Mexican side of me. I embrace my Chicana side of me, my American side. I love all of it. But I don't try to throw out any type of race card in my business, because I'm just a woman. I'm a woman, and I want to empower women. It don't matter what race you are. Like, I have a business and it's a women-owned business. I don't want to throw a race card in there. Like, I don't want you to come because of my race. I want you to come because I provide a good, professional, reliable service that has guarantees.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. And so women, we should empower each other no matter where we come from. It was just Women's International Day. When was it? Sunday, I think, or yesterday?
I thought it was Friday.
Friday. Okay,
wrong.
yeah, Friday. I think it was
Friday.
Friday.
Or, yeah, something like that.
A few days ago. And it's a special day for us, because we come from all ethnic backgrounds, and I'm all about empowering women. So if there's any women out there wanting to start businesses or wanting to, get information, come talk to me.
Heck yeah.
Like, consultations are always free. I never charge for a 20-30 minute talk. Sometimes it could be an hour, who cares? But like you says, I have boundaries. If I know I'm not going to be able to spend that much time, I'll let them know, hey, you know what? I have other work to do, but I can give you 20-30 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, and then maybe we could schedule something for later on.
Yeah.
But if you need advice, if you need help with starting up a business, or you have an idea, just let me know. I'm
awesome.
always there if you need help with your taxes. If you're that individual, you're that woman that is doing your taxes on your own, and you just have a little question, call me, 602-788-6900.
There you go. And we'll put your information too in like the description as well, so people can, contact you, email you your phone number, your social media, all that fun stuff, just so they can, get with you with anything and everything that you provide. Like, I think it's absolutely amazing, and everybody needs your services, no matter what, regardless if you own a business.
There's always
or not.
Death and taxes.
Exactly. And if you just have a question, like she said, or and you may not even have to pay, you never know your situation, just always be honest with her and don't haggle.
Exactly. I always try to be transparent. Not try to be, I'm always transparent.
That's what's up.
And so I don't want clients, and I don't ever want to have like hidden fees that's always disclosed in the transaction. There's products and services, and I will always, let you know what they are, what the fee is, and what I could do for you. It's transparency all the time. No hidden agendas.
Yeah, that's important. And I feel like, I don't know if it's just me because I'm a woman or what, but I feel like with a man wouldn't say that. I feel like a lot of men wouldn't give you the time of day. Like, if you don't have your money, if you don't have something for me, then I got nothing to do with you, because they're very direct like that, and they're allowed to be because they don't get accused of being not a nice person or be called name with a B because they were assertive. Like, they can get away with that, and we as women we're taken advantage of regardless because they think because we're women we're dumb, and especially when you're in a field with numbers and math like me. I am a typical female and I cannot add. I still count my fingers. Like, I worked with my dad and he's an accountant, but like I just did data entry, like secretarial stuff. So, David Rojas says you rock.
Oh yeah, he went to go visit me the other day.
That's awesome.
He was in the area, and hi, Birdie.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much for watching.
And yes, she does rock.
Make sure you follow her page. Remind me what the because I get them mixed up.
The Vendor Vision
podcast.
Yes.
Please share Vendor Vision podcast.
Yes, and if you want to be on it, you can. We got openings, so like fill out the form that we have on the website and on my page and all that fun stuff, or just DM us and we'll get you booked. Let's see. Do you have anything like going on? Like, I know you are in tax season, obviously. So, but you're still offering that referral thing if they refer to you.
Yeah,
$50.
referral bonus. Anyone who refers a new client or even a person who has done their taxes with Liberty but never did them at my location is eligible for a $50 bonus. Like I said, there's little exceptions, but not really. And so it has to be with a paid tax return. And that's usually the case. If someone refers someone and they pay the fee, then that other person who referred them will get the $50 bonus.
So make sure your referrals do not ask for a homie hookup, because then they will not hook you up for being their homie. You know, see how that works?
Exactly.
That is awesome. Well, I know that you brought some goodies. I don't know if you wanted to share it with the class or not.
Well, they're for you. You can there's some t-shirts.
That's our first present, guys.
T-shirts and tote bags there, and some light the for the lighter for your phone to charge your phone.
Nice. USB?
Something like that. I don't know what they're called,
Yeah.
I'm good with some technology, and some of this stuff is just, I know you just plug it in. You plug it in,
there you go. Play it and go. Don't ask questions, it's just free. She's giving it to you for free. That's awesome.
And those are for you.
Thank you. Do you go outside of your office and set up your, like, for instance, I know there's some professional services that will go to like schools to teach kids like about the industry and whatnot. Do you happen to do any of those type of things?
So some of my community events have involved me going to, like, I don't know if you guys heard of a place called the Friendly House. It's a nonprofit organization, and it is a community place where I go or I have gone to teach free tax school.
Awesome.
I've also offered education regarding tax school as well. For example, some companies have requested that I go in and talk through their onboarding process, because they've had employees who come from different countries and who have no idea of what taxes are. And so they have me go in and give a presentation or do an educational presentation on what taxes are and, why should they pay taxes. And so a lot of people don't understand why we pay taxes. And it's because we provide for like our federal parks, our national parks, our roads, our highways. Here locally, our schools, city and state taxes. And so those are some of the community events that I've done. I've also done some marathons where we go and we dress up in our Liberty outfits. And
isn't it like the little Statue of Liberty?
Yeah. Well, now we have the Torchy, and I should have sent you a picture of Torchy. Or I don't know if I could send you one now. Maybe you guys can put it in the feed in the comment section so everybody can see Torchy. Is that possible? Can I send it? And maybe you guys can put it in the feed?
Send it to the messenger.
Okay. To the vision.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. We make things happen around here. You ask and you shall receive.
But yeah, so we this year we're promoting Torchy, and he's great, and I'll send you guys a picture of Torchy right now. So we always use Liberty.
Mhm.
That's one of our guerrilla marketing techniques is using a waiver out there,
Mhm.
and for the most part, the waiver has been excellent. But with today's technology, I have to say that, hey, Google,
Google's friend.
Google's up there too with our waiver.
Yeah.
And so let me find Torchy real
No
quick.
problem.
So we've always used our waiver, which always have been the Liberty tax, and we also use the Uncle Sam waiver.
That's funny. I love gimmicks.
Yeah, oh, there it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and send it to you.
Cool.
And I got permission to post that because that's my nephew.
That's hilarious. See, it helps to have family willing to do stuff like that for you.
Yeah. And so I think I had. Let me see. I think I sent it to the right one.
Yep, we got thumbs up. We're good.
So I just have to show one more, and that is he's my other nephew.
Yeah.
And he always let me dress him up, and there's one real quick. And then so that was always a technique that we used to do marketing. And this season, we use Liberty, Our Lady Liberty, our Statue of Liberty, and then we also use Torchy. He's a little blow up. I don't know, if you guys seen. He's motorized, and we pop batteries, and we stick someone in there, and it just blows up, and he's out there, and he's dancing.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And, I'll have to send you guys a video one soon. That way you guys can see Torchy. And I'm so grateful because this year I got a really good, reliable waiver. Sometimes it's with the way the job market is right now, sometimes it's just hard to find someone that can work for you and can be stable and everything. I think they like it more. I think they like Torchy more because they're covered up. But for the most part, because the Liberty, they're not covered up. They have the crown and the outfit, but Torchy's actually covered up, and they have this like little clear thing. And he's great. I love Torchy.
That's awesome. Yeah. I love thinking of stuff like that. But I also wanted. Oh, apparently we're gonna be showing it sometime. I don't know. I'm waiting. I'm being cued. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my god, I love it.
So that's my nephew. He went to go visit me, and my sister went that day. They of course she got her taxes.
Yeah,
done.
of course.
And she pays me.
There you go. See how it is? Awesome.
Yeah.
Good job. Oh my god, I love it. Oh, I haven't seen that yet. That's good. So cute.
Yeah, so the he's out there.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's my Lola. That's my baby. She's always supporting me too.
Oh my god, I love her.
She's always listening to my problems.
That is amazing. My business partner, he has a pit bull that has very similar markings to that, and she is literally my emotional support animal.
Yeah, she's
oh my god, I love her.
She
That's so cute.
down.
Oh my god, we've been trying to do like a voiceover for our business because we sell prison smallies, and there's a video that my partner made that like has like his voice with her face like kind of zoomed in like that, and is like, did someone say tamales? And it's like the cutest thing ever because everybody loves dogs. Like, who doesn't like dogs? If you don't like dogs, get out of here.
Yeah, and dogs are welcome. We're dog friendly. We're pet friendly business, and we love animals, and so
that's awesome. But I know we've got, because we don't want to take too much of your time because I know you're a busy lady, but I did want to touch base on the franchise process, because I know not a lot of people know what it takes to be a franchise owner, and like I know that from a little bit of research I've done, there's a lot of stipulations when it comes to making sure that you represent the company correctly, like the top, like the person who idea was Liberty, Texas, and everything. So I know that there's like, certain branding, the colors, and how you conduct yourself and stuff like that people may not be aware of. So if you could talk about that a little bit, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So if we want to include, if we want to edit any of our marketing supplies, or if we want to produce our own marketing supplies, we always have to get authorization first. So when I do make edits or anything, they're very minimal. So I try to keep them in the guideline. And then
that's my business partner right there. He's named Cubo.
Oh.
He was the first guest on our podcast, and he was my mentor, and then turned into a business partner. So
nice.
Yep, learned everything I know from him, and then he learned a couple things from me too.
Awesome.
Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think sharing your guys' ideas and just the business process itself and helping. The other day, like I was like, hey, is anyone business like minded entrepreneurs? Let's meet up, once a month, and let's hold each other accountable, and let's set some goals, and let's be our own ambassadors,
Yeah.
And so I think that's awesome. But jumping back to our franchise, like I have a franchise agreement. I have to pay royalties, and they're reasonable prices. There's just other little stipulations on, like I have my own territory, and so I try to stay within my own territory. But now that there's social media, we're allowed to market locally, and so I try to do a lot of local marketing, which this is part of one of them. And I pick and choose on. I get to sponsor stuff, and I try to give back to my own community. So we're allowed to sponsor, and we're allowed to use our name brand, so we can sponsor events and sponsor community outreaches, and so those are probably the major things. Is that I just have to be careful on if I try to tweak our brand. And so I've never had a problem not staying within our brand, with or following the franchise rules in my contract, and pay my bills.
My other I guess work associate type thing, colleague, yeah. She's on here as well under her like pseudonym, I think it's called. It went away from the screen, but Spirits Flores, I think is her new pronunciation of it. She was actually on the Live Ride podcast. Her name's Ghost Flower. She knows what it's like. She is also a Chicana. She helps me with my personal business. She helps us with our food cart and everything, and she knows. She's the closest thing to not being a business owner, but still being a business owner to get to like understand
I'm
it.
gonna have to get that fruit card information.
Yeah,
okay,
for sure. We will. If you ever have like a luncheon thing or like some kind of event for yourself, we will gladly set up. We have a little cart. It takes up like this much space, so we will gladly do that. And he actually, both my partners, both have been incarcerated before and have never been back. So that's like why one of the many, many, many reasons, obviously, but support anything that they do is because I admire that they don't use their time being locked up as an excuse to, play the victim card or being, I can't do anything because I'm a felon or whatever. No, like he's a successful business owner prior to having this food cart business. And she has her own, she does catering and whatnot. And then she also knows enough to like help me out. And I don't trust anybody with my stuff at all. Like, cause that's your money and you're out in public and stuff. And people, like you said, like you never know who your
it's
friends
like
are.
Big Worm messing with my money is like messing with my emotions.
Yes. Don't even get me started on emotions. Everybody knows, man. I literally have a shirt that says I'm pretty cool, but I cry a lot. Like that's me. But it's just because I'm passionate. Okay. Like it's funny because actually, my ghost, she's actually calls me a reverse coconut because I'm brown on the inside and white on the outside. Because being white is so boring and terrible. Like,
no,
and I can say that because I'm white. But you guys have like your like you do have your culture and you do have your generational things. Which I mean, yes, there's general curses, but there's also things that you guys instill in other people that white people don't have. And I can say that because I'm white.
So when I'm like I always have my lowrider calendar in
Heck yeah.
there. My friend who hosts the Guadalupe, who not only hosts but he coordinates the event. He's the one that is in charge of the Guadalupe Car Show. That's another organization that I also sponsor. I always have my calendar. I represent in my office what my culture is. I have a few paintings in there of some local artists that paint Frida Kahlo. And yeah, it's like I love all my cultures. I love my American culture. I love my Mexican culture, my Chicano culture. I love my community. And one thing that I like to say is that the lack of knowledge can destroy our people. So I'm there and I want to educate people, because I don't want my people to be taken advantage of, and not only my people but all people, because it's not just our ethnicities that are, or the color people that are being taken advantage of. I get a lot of Americans in there that are Anglo, that don't know about taxes and have been, abused because they're not knowledgeable. So it's everybody.
Yeah,
It's
anybody can be
every
taken advantage
race.
of if they don't know, because why not?
Exactly.
Because there's predators out there for a reason,
Exactly.
and if you don't
Exactly.
know better, because that's why you're there, because you can learn, you're trying to do better for yourself and figure out things on your own, but you got to ask somebody that knows what they're doing.
And I'm so proud of myself, because if I wasn't a stand up genuine professional, I wouldn't be in this industry this
Exactly.
long.
100%.
Because there's so many people that have been in this industry, that have been blacklisted, that have been put in jail. And you know what? That's not what I'm about.
No.
Like there's people that trust me with their finances, that we end up going into their accounts, and I talk to some of their financial advisors. They authorize me to handle their taxes, and I'm just proud of myself that I can say that people can count on me, and that they can rely on me, and that I am a reliable, trustworthy
Hell yeah.
person.
And not everybody can say that, and that's a fact. And you can't.
And I'm not
that.
out there talking about people's taxes with nobody. It's strictly 100% confidential.
It's like you're going to the therapist or something. We have another one of your awesome pictures of
that's
Liberty.
that's my son, and that's my nephew, Polly.
Hello, Polly.
He's my favorite.
Oh, favorite. Dang, hear that, everybody else?
Everyone knows.
Step up, step up. Gotta compete. No, just kidding. Nothing wrong with friendly competition.
Yeah, there he goes looking.
Oh my God, he is adorable. I love it.
That's the fun part about the business, is that your family gets to get involved, and you can have your pet there when you want, or if I hire someone that has a newborn baby, I wouldn't mind, if they took their baby. And those are the perks of being your own business owner, is that you can help people in the community. And I've had an employee for 5 years who I tailor. He is, so as you know, here in the States, we're not supposed to discriminate against the disabled. And so he is in that category and has a disability. And he has a job with me, and he's been working with me for 5 years. And of course, he works in the on the what do you call it, like in the back of the curtain,
like the back end of stuff.
But he's really great, and so I'm all about helping people.
Yeah.
So he makes a little extra money. The what I assign him to do gets done. He's reliable. I mean, I've had him for almost 5 years already.
That's so better than some people who don't have disabilities. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Like,
I mean, exactly.
Then that just gives people a more they cannot have an excuse
and
not to get a job.
He's paid fairly, and he loves it. And I mean, I even have texts where he tells me, "You're the best."
Aww.
And thank you so much.
See?
And
That's
there was
awesome.
one year where he really just couldn't work, and he got ill. But I sent him his bonus anyways, because I knew
That's what's up. That's amazing.
that he was an integral part of the business, and I needed him. And I realized that year that he couldn't come back because he was ill. I missed him.
Aw.
And so I was like, you know what? I sent him a bonus anyways because I knew that he's needed.
Right.
And I wanted to remind him that, hey, I hope you get healed and I hope you can come back. And he did. He came back.
See that? Okay, business owners. If you're a business owner and you can hire employees, we cannot because we're not on that level yet. However, if you are, make sure you appreciate those who are there for you, like who treat your business like their business, because those people are like irreplaceable and you have to cherish them. You have to let them know that they are appreciated, that you see what they do, that it affects you when they're not there. Like just like in a relationship, you have to let the person know that when they're appreciated. You have to know that you notice the little things that they're making an effort on and it matters to you, because then they'll continue to do it and you get to be happy and you get to have a successful business, because I'm sure you could do it by yourself, but why would you need to if you had somebody that's going to help you out?
Exactly. It's like you have to people don't leave their jobs, people leave the people they work for.
Facts. I know personally because
yeah, and I've learned that in the corporate world, and so and be careful. I'm not saying that you shouldn't work for the corporate world or anything. Some people have that vision to be entrepreneurs and to be business owners, but if you are one of those people, don't let that corporate world rob you of your dreams.
No kidding.
Because I work with people like that all the time who have been working at places for 20, 30, 25 years. And some of them are like, I had a vision and I got sucked into this corporate world because they depend on that weekly, that weekly.
You get stuck in it. It's like a freaking abusive relationship.
I'm not discouraging that. I'm not discouraging that. What I'm doing is I'm encouraging those people that if you guys have a vision, go for it. You may have a product that is a really good product, or you may have a service. Just make sure that you're pushing it to the right environment, to the right audience, because you could have it right in your back pocket, but if you don't have the right audience, you're never going to be able to get it out there. So always keep your vision alive. That's why I always go to the car show, because I want a lowrider.
Me too. Oh my God. Yeah, I totally.
I'm always going to the car shows because that just it gives me that
it's
vision.
like the vibe, man. It's like a whole vibe. Like it's an experience just to go to any kind of car show.
In fact, I was thinking, I'm like, oh, maybe I should wear my little brim,
I love that.
Wear my
friend wears that.
My chingona earrings, but I was like, nah, I better be professional,
And I told her she still could, because there's nothing wrong with being hood and professional at the same time.
I'll save that for the lowrider shows and for all the kickbacks and stuff like that, so. Yeah,
That's
but
awesome.
I was like, today I gotta make sure that I'm professional.
Yeah, I think you're very professional, and we appreciate having you here. We are about to wrap it up, but we just want to say thank you for everything that you shared with us today. You were very inspiring, and hope everybody learned a lot.
I hope
from
I was
you.
able to inspire everyone out there, all your visionaries, all your entrepreneurs, all the women who are looking into getting into business, even men, because like we all have that entitlement, that we should all have that opportunity.
Heck yeah. And there's nothing wrong also with being just a worker, because you're not just a worker, because you're helping somebody succeed with their dreams and you get to be part of their vision.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that too.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's exactly. We need that, but we need to have people that like to just work and kick back and not have to make decisions, because it is not fun, trust me. But we've gotten a lot of comments, we're giving you lots of praise and everything. Your friend David popped in again and said, "Get that 64."
Yeah, he's always sharing them with me.
That's awesome. Yeah, they're actually Ladies First Car Club is on the 16th. We're going to be there supporting.
I have some friends that unfortunately I wasn't able to sponsor that event because I have a budget, and so unfortunately that wasn't in my budget. But hopefully they have a second annual one, and I am definitely going to allocate some funds to hopefully sponsor them. Next year, who knows? Maybe I'll have a lowrider by then, and then I'll take my low. I don't care if it's not done or whatever, but I'm gonna cruise
Heck
it.
That's what I like to hear.
But yeah, I have a friend who's gonna be showcasing her car there. It's called La Fina, and so I told her that I wanted to go out and support her. So hopefully, I'll be out there I think it's next Saturday.
Yeah, it's coming up Saturday. They're going to be there.
Hopefully, maybe they can come on your podcast. And
I want everybody to come on the podcast, so yeah, I'm down.
and talk about their vision and stuff like that. So more power to them,
Heck yeah. Good job, ladies. Yeah, you're awesome. I bought shirts from you guys to support you. I got it pink and black because I'm obsessed. And so, yeah, actually, my partner is doing they're doing some art project. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, so I'm not going to say it, but he's helping them with an art project for their event. So yeah, we will definitely support. We're obsessed with the ladies. So shout out to them, and we'll see you Saturday. And I think we'll wrap it up. But yes, thanks for coming.
Good night. God bless.